up inside to do. Even though the feeling that is steady chasing you. Beep, beep, why are you looking around? You don't.
Welcome back. Of course, it's your girl, Kyra Allure. Thank you for coming and watching this video. Thank you for being so involved in my channel. I really appreciate the likes and the comments and, of course, the subscriptions. Make sure you tell your friends. Tell all your friends. If you're at high school, tell your school friends. If you're at work, tell your work friends. Subscribe to your girl. Okay? So, I gotta be a little what I was hearing wasn't feeling right. But I got me a little car or whatever. Just started driving legally in November. So I done been through a few cars. And I give y'all the tea on that too. But I done been through a few cars or whatever. But with this car specifically, this car been giving me hell. Now I love this car 110% and I thank God for it. I thank God for allowing me to be able to maintain this car the best that I can during my trialing times. And of course, I'm trying to stay prayed up and faith down so that I can continue to progress within this year. Because this year been nothing but garbage too. But that's another story time that I get to probably towards the end of the year. That'll be my to wrap up 2018. Because, baby, when I tell you I done been through it, I done been through it. And it's about to be only May. But whatever. So, Sunday night, I'm coming home to film a video and edit, and post stuff or whatever, the regs. So as I'm driving, it don't feel right. Like something don't feel right, and it don't feel right to the point where I'm like, let me pull over. So I'm riding down the back road because I'm a back road shorty. Like I don't be having time to be stopped at these lights. I don't have time for the police. I don't have time to get no speeding tickets. I don't have time for any of it. They already caught me with the red light camera. Never again. Okay. So I'm taking the back road home. And my tire's not feeling right. And it's this little church. I didn't stop at the church. And then it's this little dentist office. And I'm like, all right, I'll stop at the dentist office. So I pulled in, and they had like this little circle curved driveway type thing going on. So I pulled into the little driveway, and I'm like, no, hell no. So I pulled all the way out of the driveway, like right before I got back to the main street, got out the car and checked my tires. And it looked fine. Like, it looked like it needed air, but it looked fine. So I get back to the car. I'm on the phone with my friend. I'm like, girl, let me call you back because I got to get home. Like, I'm feeling some type of way right now. So, I get back into the car. I go down not even 5 feet. Like, I go not even 5 feet. Like, I just keep going down, and I happen to see a 7-Eleven. So I pulled over into the 7-Eleven. Got out because somebody was filling up their I'm retarded, but somebody was filling up their L, and I'm like, okay, shit, they filling up their L. These L things be lasting for a long time. Let me jump behind them so I ain't got to pay and use the rest of their L. As soon as I get there, get out the car, grab the L still blowing. As soon as I get to my tire, the L stops. So I'm pissed. So I look at my tire with the flashlight, and the damn metal is showing. Like, silver shit is showing. Like, my tire pretty much blown out. So I look at the other tire, and I'm like, damn, this is crazy. The other tire blown out too, but not as bad as the one that I felt. So I had to get on there and call Jorge, and I'm like, Jorge, something ain't right. Like, my tire's blowing out. Like, I'm going through it. Today has been the works. Like, what am I supposed to do? And he like, don't worry about it. Be cool, calm down, be breezy. I'm finna pull up on you. And I'm like, all right. So I'm sitting there trying to wait on him. Then I got to go use this fucking 7-Eleven gas station bathroom because I've been holding it all day. And then I'm upset because now I'm feeling like I'm in a movie. Like, how somebody car break down, then they go to this random dipped off gas station or a corner store, and then the bathrooms be disgusting and there be weird people around that you think are nice but really trying to kill you. So that's the situation I'm thinking I'm in, feeling like I'm in. And it's just been stupid shit going on. But this is what I'm feeling like I'm in. So I go back outside after using this bathroom. I'm pissed off. I'm talking to my daddy, and my daddy like, oh, you got to get your tires fixed. I've been told you need to get some new tires. If you got to keep your phone off to get these tires, that's what you got to do. So I got to hang up on this nigga. Like, nigga, now you talking crazy. My phone? Who? Bitch would be riding around with a donut before I let this phone go off. Do you hear me? So So I'm waiting on Jorge to come or whatever. I'm thinking Jorge at his house, but Jorge on the complete other side of town. Jorge's so sweet, y'all. I know I told y'all this is my ex and he had me messed up, but he really has been sweet as pie, and I just thank God for him at this point, because we gonna sit down, me and him, and do story times from the beginning to the end, like the good times, the bad times, to now back to some more good times. And he has been sweet as pie. So we'll get into that. Y'all will meet him formally or whatever. But so I'm thinking, he coming from his house and he coming from the other side of town. So it's taking him a little minute, and I'm starting to get uncomfortable because I got anxiety. So this Caucasian man came up, and he was like, oh, what's going on or whatever. And girl, I had just touched the thing and cut my finger. I don't know if y'all can see it. I got a cut on my finger. That shit blew me. But he came up, he touched it too, cut his finger, and I'm like, damn, sir, this is crazy. I feel bad now because he'd have cut his finger while he was trying to help me. But he was like, oh no, your tire is blown out, how far do you live, this, that, and the third. And me like an idiot sitting there like, oh, I don't live that far, I live right before Waters, like, I don't know if I can make it home, do you think I can make it home, type shit. Like, I'm just all over the place before I could come to my senses. This is before I went into to use the bathroom. So before I could come to my senses, like, peep scene, this is what I'm saying. So I'm like, yeah, I don't live that far, I live up the street or whatever, you think I can make it home? And he like, oh yeah, you can make it home. So I go into the bathroom, I'm on the phone with my daddy. I'm in there for like 10 minutes just trying to get myself together. So I come back outside, sit in my car, I'm waiting on Jorge, and the man come up with this thing, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? But it's like an air thing, like, so he can put air in my tires. So he was like, I'll give you the last bit of air that I have to put in there so that you can get home. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much. Like, you is just being so sweet, and I really appreciate you or whatever. Thank you for the information, and thank you for your assistance or whatever. So then, now that I'm not, anxious no more because I know Jorge coming, I'm starting to peep scene, and he looking crazy as hell. And then when I sit there and reflect on what's going on, when I was inside the corner store, it wasn't nothing but Caucasians in there. One of them ain't had no shirt on. And I'm like, how he coming to the store with no shirt? They ain't got no shoes, no shirt sign or whatever. And they just, everybody looking at me because I'm the only black person in there. And I'm like, why is everybody looking at me, for one? For two, why this man ain't had no shirt on? For three, why this man being so nice to me? Like, one, I appreciate it, but two, I don't know. Like, I don't trust you, I don't know you, I ain't rocking. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but let me get in my car. So he's sitting there, and after he put the air in, I thanked him, and then he went to his car, but he's still lingering around. And I'm like, why is he lingering around? So I'm like, he's like, oh, you okay, you still here? And I'm like, yeah, somebody finna follow me home, I'm just waiting it out till they get here so they can follow me home. He was like, oh, that's good, that's perfect. But yeah, he's still laying around. It's been about 30 minutes since I first pulled up and he first approached me with assistance. So I'm like, nah, this ain't right. Like, I understand you want to help somebody out, make sure they straight. But now I don't know if you're going above and beyond or if you're doing too much. And now I'm worried. So I'm in my car, locked the door, smoking my little vape because now I'm back on 10. He got my anxiety running. So I called Jorge like, hello, this Shady dude. He keep looking at me like, how far are you? And he like, I'm on the interstate. And I'm like, why are you on the interstate at a time like this? Like, why you always trying to do the most? He always trying to go on the interstate or whatever. But he was like, oh no, I was on the other side of town, blah, 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 I'm coming. I'm like, oh wow. So then his stupid ass is just so crazy. I'm giving him directions to where I'm at, and he done rolled past me, went way past it, all the way like going towards another side of town. And I'm like, you got to turn around. So the man finally left, but that shit had really made me real uncomfortable. So Jorge came. He looked at it, and he was like, it ain't nothing we can do about it tonight because it's like 8, 9 o'clock on a Sunday. So let's get you home. So he followed me home. I really didn't stay that far, and I made it. But I was so nervous because the more I moved it, I guess, I don't know if it's because I was knowing what was going on, but now at this point, my car leaning like it's lopsided and shit. Like, it was too much. So get up in the morning. He put the donut on. Then we go to the tire shop. The man at the tire shop telling me something wrong with my rollers or something. He's moving the tire. Talking about it ain't supposed to do this. And I'm like, I can't keep putting money into this car because I had just spent about $60 earlier that week on like a Tuesday. Then it is come happening on a Sunday. So I'm like, damn, money going out more than it's coming in at this point. So I'm blowed. And then he was like, oh yeah, you need to do this. No, before, because I had just brought 3 tires. in the beginning of March, and here it is the end of April, and now 2 of them blown out. So I'm calling the people like, hello, what's poppin'? I just bought some tires from y'all, and these tires is blown out. The man talk about, I mean, I could work out a deal with you, but that's your alignment. So I'm like, I can't keep buying tires, so now I gotta go get this alignment checked out. So I go, pay for the alignment or whatever. And tried me then, because I told him that it's something wrong with the tire or whatever. He was like, oh, before we do anything, we'll check it out. And I'm like, all right, bet. So I'm sitting there for 2.5 hours waiting on them to do what they got to do. So I'm thinking everything is everything. So I get my car and I leave 3 hours later, literally, and driving, and this shit driving exactly the same. And I'm like, how I just spent all this money in this car driving exactly the same. So I pulls back up with a vengeance, real nice, nasty. Hey, can I help you? Yes, sir. I just paid you my money and this car still driving exactly the same. Oh, well, I told you gotta get the roller things and da-da-da-da-da. Whenever you get that situated, just come back and I'll align it for free. No, let me tell you something, bitch. You shouldn't have took my money. If you knew that it wasn't going to fix the issue by you aligning it, you shouldn't have took my money, because now you playing with me. Now that's $70 that I didn't have to spend right now, or that's $70 that could have went towards the real issue. Then I could have came back and got it aligned by you. I mean, you got a fair price. It's not like I wouldn't come back. So you got me fucked up. So I'm just blowed. I'm just pissed. Then I get home and what happened? Now I'm confused. I got myself worked up. But yeah, that was that. My whole car situation this week has been ridiculous. But thank you guys so much for watching. That was the story time. As y'all can see, I can't even get right. Like, I look pissed. I sound pissed and everything. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Later, babes. Love you.